saw that. I literally just lowered like 3 inches. I just was like, oh, and everybody's just
Maybe
looking.
You gotta lean back.
We got to lower you 3 inches anyway. This is another episode of I Woke Up For This with your host, me, Blaise Kautzman, and we got Mark Way Belcher, my co-host, in here.
I'm in here too. I'm in here.
We do that different most of the time, don't worry.
Yeah.
And then next up, also in studio, we got Rachel Kennedy.
What's up?
Rach Cans.
Rach Ken.
Rach Kens, is that what they call you?
No, not at all.
Has anyone
Everybody-
called you that?
No, not yet. Today they do.
Nobody. Well, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rach Kens.
Rach Cans.
That's funny.
Do people-
Multiples.
Do people call you Rach for short?
My dad used to whenever he would get mad.
For real?
Rach? Like, and it sounded, I don't know, yeah.
That is.
I never really had like a nickname.
I feel like it would be like the opposite. Where
Yeah.
like if I was mad at you, or well, I'm
Rachel.
If your dad, right? Exactly.
Yeah, like Rach.
What's your middle name?
Lynn.
Rachel
Rachel.
Lynn.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, I mean.
Yeah.
That's a given.
RLK.
Yeah. No, they called me Hard R in high
RL.
school.
They called you Hard R.
Because I had red hair. I was Rachel.
Yeah, that's why. yeah, you're
And I was
calling me that
always
because of my red
Has nothing
hair.
to do with leaked text messages or anything.
Oh, well. You
we,
guys
only,
listen-
we called that.
He said I couldn't swear. I'm not.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back for a second. You said hard R. They called you hard R, but then you're like, you said we couldn't swear.
Yeah, because
So did they really call you hard R? Or what?
No, they called me another word that started with R.
Oh. Redhead.
Right.
Close. It was.
That makes sense. I'm going to start calling you Hard R from now on.
Oh yeah, that was the point.
I mean, I
or
might.
the R word.
Okay. Well, I don't put those two together, like red hair and the R word. I think you're talking about.
Are you just trying to make her
Also,
say it?
No, not at all. Not at
also,
all.
the first letter of my first name is R.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
that was
But
the-
like hard R, red hair, like the hard R part, I don't associate that with.
Because I was also hard as hell. Heck.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Also,
hard as heck.
is there anything,
Obviously.
is there such thing as a soft R? Oh. Sounds like
Is
a
it
hard R
rectum?
saying a soft R. Is it rectum? I don't think so.
Wrecked them. Damn near killed them.
There it is. Do you have
Yeah.
kids? Are you a dad?
So, what? Yeah, I have one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How? What kind?
Human.
Hard
He's
R.
a boy. He's a boy. Yeah, I don't think he's a hard R.
Not yet.
Couple more pucks to. Yeah, boy, 14.
14?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, shoot.
I can't believe it myself.
Oh, okay. So
I had children very young.
You look very young.
I was 6.
And now he's 20.
You were
Yeah.
molested.
She was 24. No, I initiated it.
You're like, I'm the perpetrator in that
I
one.
did that. Yeah.
No, I got it. Pulled some tank.
Yeah.
No. So my son is 8,
Hard 6. Okay, go ahead. 8.
and he's starting to talk about puberty. Like, he's funny. Like, he drops a lot of jokes, and so he's like starting to drop like puberty stuff. And I'm like, do you know like what puberty is? And he's like, yeah, it's when your balls get big. And I'm like,
Huge.
okay, but like I don't.
I never hit puberty.
Okay.
But like I don't know. Like when did you do that? Because you
I was probably
obviously
like
were the
13
one
or 14.
when you told your son about it.
I mean, checks out since you had him when you were 6.
That's funny. Geez. God, actually,
Because I feel like 8 is so young, and I'm like
8 is kind of young, but also the bus or like whatever social group they're in, like I feel like kids are learning things a little younger than maybe they did, or maybe I was a late bloomer. But we had the conversation. Gosh, he was probably like 10, right?
Okay.
And I was watching the movie Tommy Boy. Maybe
Yeah.
you've seen it.
I should really go talk to my son
I
about
was
puberty.
like, hey, no. We were watching it together, and like the whole movie is like just kind of like slapstick funny, right? But then there's a scene where there's a lady in the pool, and David Spade is standing at the window, and he's
Yeah.
jerking it, right? And then
have I
homeboy
seen
walks.
Tommy Boy? I don't recall this.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Chris Farley walks in, and he's like, hey, do you play for the Yankees?
Oh.
And like all kinds of stuff. Like he's just making all these jerking it jokes. And I'm like, and then my kid is like, why is that funny, Dad? I don't get why that's funny. Like there's a lady, like what, why is that funny? And I was like,
so right then and there, you told him?
Right then and there, I pulled out the book. I got my phone out, and I was like, I started flipping through pictures of Playboy.com, and I was like, "This is the not really."
You're like, "What do you think of this?"
Yeah,
like, let's see if you hit puberty yet or not.
It's only
Let's see.
It's only 8 a.m. I'm not doing this early in the morning. If it was an 8 p.m. show, but yeah, I basically was like, "Well, there's when you get older, you'll understand." And then he got a little bit older, and then we actually did have like a.
So when he was 10, you initiated the idea of possibly telling him
like why it's funny. I was like, "You're too young. You're too
like
young
the
to
joke.
understand why it's funny now." But like later, I'm sure we'll watch Tommy Boy again, and then when I notice you're laughing too, then I'll be like, he figured it out.
Someone gave him the talk.
Yeah,
Not
someone on the bus. Oh, dude,
I learned everything on the bus. I don't know if my parents told me anything about sex.
I know. I feel like my parents didn't. I mean, they definitely were like, "Don't ever let anyone touch you ever at all for any reason." And I was like, "Yeah, right.
you're afraid of hugs."
Yeah, right."
You're like, I'm
okay.
not going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. What's all this hugging business then, Mom?
Yeah, Mom. Just
You told me
karate
not
chop
to,
your
yeah,
dad.
you told me not to touch.
Dude,
Whoop-ah.
talk about the bus. Oh man, do you have any good bus like when you were a kid bus stories?
Dude, we had a kid that could just like, when you could just spit and like, but keep.
And pull it up.
Yeah. This one kid would like touch the floor of the bus and get it back up. And he would be almost like standing up. He'd be as like the height of the tallest seat.
No,
And everyone would be like, do it again.
The tallest seat?
Well, I mean, like as tall as the seat, he wouldn't be like, I'm giving the kid props. So that, like, he's up here. He's not like doing like getting close to the ground and bringing his spit back up.
Wow. Now he works for the circus.
Yeah, what if
Secret Circus.
Or the gay 90s, yeah.
they tour in all black Yukons?
I was trying to think of what that would be. The Secret Circus. It's just like
Secret circus.
guys quick rolling around presidents the whole time.
But they're wearing clown suits.
They have like the red noses.
Yeah. When they fire the gun, and the pole comes out and its flag just
Sings
hangs down.
bang.
Bang. Yeah. Oh man.
Bang. That's good.
Yeah,
Any
they
good
just-
bus stories?
My bus stop. Well, geez, there was a kid that he loved to throw things from the. We had a system where the junior high kids sat in the front and the high schoolers sat in the back, mostly because the high schoolers would beat the crap out of the junior. If we even tried to go back there. But one kid would just chuck anything, like pencils. He hit my buddy in the temple with a battery, like a 9-volt battery. He was just like this kid's in high school, right? And he's just like, yeah, and when I get home, I'm going to play my... so that was
Black eye.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God. And then what are you going to do?
Yeah, some other kid just picks up that 9-volt battery and licks it, and then all of a sudden everything's
He's just
okay. Dude, I don't think kids know about licking 9-volt batteries anymore either.
Good.
I mean, look what happened to the ones that did.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first things that I did. I'm like, I don't really like how that feels, and then do it again.
Oh
You're
yeah,
like,
it's it tastes weird. Like I felt like I never got a feeling, but just a
I feel like I did it,
Taste.
and I was like, I don't get this.
well, you gotta hit.
It's not
both
strong
the
enough.
positive and you're like shock me with harder things.
Hook me up.
Yeah, 9 volts is nothing, but it up to 24.
I'm hard R, yo.
man. That's funny.
No, I do. I used to. I mean, the first thing I ever did. Oh fuck.
Darn.
Oh shoot. Sorry, guys. I used to huff rubber cement. Dude, I had a friend who in eighth grade. In eighth grade, no, okay, I didn't start it. Okay, in eighth grade, do you guys can they still get their license at 14?
North
at, like,
Dakota.
14
I think
and a
North
half.
Dakota.
Yeah, so it was like in the 8th grade. My friend Evan got his license, and him and my friend Kelly would hang out all the time. And one day they brought me with, and they're like, "We're gonna go to Walmart." And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I love Walmart."
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
And then like all they bought was rubber cement. I was like,
Oh,
"Where are we going?
geez.
Are we doing arts and crafts?" And then we went to the back of that church parking lot by Gordman's,
Okay. I know it.
and we
Yeah, huffed glue.
huffed glue.
Hard R.
Hard
That's yep, that's the
Yeah,
redhead coming out.
They call you hard R because you did the most rubber cement.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, it's because of my red hair.
Like,
so I was sniffing glue.
I was sniffing, not even glue, rubber cement. Like,
Heavy glue.
Dude, rubber cement, when that came out in arts and crafts, that whole room
it was like,
was high.
yeah.
yup.
A lot of giggles. A
Yeah.
lot of giggles. Mr. Bame did not like bringing it out.
Oh,
Did
man.
you guys?
We had, there was always the kids that would like play with it too much.
Yeah.
You know, there's still those kids that would play with it too much. I didn't mind rubber cement day.
Rubber
Oh,
cement
yeah,
day.
me neither.
We only had it like once in a while. The chair, like the thing must be broken because every once in a while we'll just go. Tss.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm like,
It is.
I feel like I was up
Slowly
here when I
descending.
started. Yeah.
Yeah. It is weird though because you could use Elmer's for pretty much every craft there. Like
Yeah.
there's never a reason to even really have the rubber cement pulled out. And it would always
one
get like
for every
harder
table.
halfway
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
the
because
you
no
know,
one
like
was
that brush.
closing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet that's still a problem. I bet you Elmer's glue makes half of their money on
Kids like me.
kids that have that only used like a quarter of the glue, left it open, then it got all hard and the crusty
For
thing. Yeah.
sure.
So then they got to go buy another glue.
And that's like they use the most horses for that stuff too.
Yeah. Do they actually make glue from horses, or was
I
that
don't know.
just a myth? Is that like Marilyn Manson taking out his ribs? It's just for some reason everyone knew
Wait,
it
that's not
happened.
real?
It's real if you
Dude,
want it to be
Marilyn
real.
Manson, I heard that he was like just a monster, like in real life, like a real monster. Like he would just like he would have girlfriends,
Yeah.
but then he'd
Rose.
like keep them in his basement and like.
I heard something like that too, but at the same time, when he built that up so much like that, everyone's like,
I know, but that was the thing
He's
is
like- he's
everyone
like
was like,
doing it.
no, that tracks, and then they're like, no, but I was a victim, and they're like, yeah, but you were dating Marilyn Manson.
Well, yeah, like you understand what he does, right? It's Marilyn Manson.
Like he took a rib out so he could suck his own pee-pee.
yeah.
Should I not have said that?
Well, that didn't actually happen.
Didn't it?
No.
Were you? No,
That's what
Which
I
was
just-
the
I
myth?
just
Was the
said
myth
that.
that it happened, or that it was a myth and that it didn't happen?
no,
No,
nobody
the
can
myth
take
is-
out their. You can't take out your rib.
If you would find a doctor that would be like, yeah, I'll do that for you. It's not like he did it himself in the back alley. He would have had to have a medical procedure.
So yeah, he put his hands on top of his head and he was like, "Okay, now punch me at the very lowest, break it off, and then I'm gonna stab it through myself."
Yeah,
Break
it's like
it
then we'll just do a
off.
little incision here.
It'll be quick. It'll be easy.
I was gonna Google something
All
and
this
then I
time.
can't
Those
remember.
Dude, I had the
Bizarre-
same thing. I was looking at I was like, why did I open up my Google search?
So you're gonna Google Marilyn Manson myths.
No, we knew that one.
Yeah, that's a
Oh, if glue actually came from horses.
horses. Yep,
Oh, yeah,
horse
yeah.
glue.
Okay, well,
I heard so like when I told my parents, there's this guy Marilyn Manson who like took out his own rib, and then my mom was like, "Oh, they said that about Rod Stewart." And I was like,
really.
"Who's Rod Stewart?" And then she was like, "You know, the guy from Faces." And I was like, "No, I don't, Mom. What is Faces?"
But it's like a weird like urban legend that like gets around because
It
like
keeps
I mean
going.
across like the country, kids my
That's
age
what-
were talking about this
Yeah,
myth.
I don't know how
and
that.
we didn't have social media.
Yeah, I don't know how that came to be. How did
Well, that's-
things happen then?
well,
Because it wasn't just like someone tweeted. Some kid rode his horse to the next school.
Yeah, or like some
And I
kid
tell 'em.
visited his cousin on
well,
Thanksgiving. was
that's
like,
precisely
"Dude,
it. I'm
yeah."
sure of it. Because like, how
That
do
is-
words
yeah.
get like, well, saying like, you know, like that's universal across, and it's not because it's like vernacular just goes through the country, and I think that's why, like, if you're in a different country, it's hard to understand, especially in America, what people are saying because they're like you are similar to. And
Yeah,
you're like,
they're- yeah,
no,
they're adding a
It's
bunch
kind of
of
like
words.
yeah,
Yeah.
So like
It's kind of like like
it's like you know,
Some people
yeah.
say Reich. Some people say
What kind of some people?
hard
A
R.
lab.
You say
Hard R.
Redheads. That was oh yeah, but glue did actually come from animals, from animal-based collagen, usually obtained from horses. But now
How do you get the collagen out of them?
it's a process.
I think that you just shove it. Dude, for all of this stuff, I just figure that they cut the meat off and then just shove everything in one big machine that just shoots out something from the end, and they're like,
That's glue.
yep. Yeah.
Mechanically separated.
Someone
horse
sticks
meat.
their hand in it, and it's like pretty sticky. Put it with Elmer's.
They lost 4 testers. They'd put their hand in it, get sucked into the thing, and they're like, "Dang it!" There
Like,
goes Roger.
That one's acid. He doesn't have a hand anymore.
They called Roger Soft R. 'Cause he was Roger.
That's a soft G, but that's still 2 hard R's. Actually,
Soft G.
Soft G.
Oh, that's so great.
actually, J. If you'd pronounce it like that, that probably would be a soft R.
Ro instead of Ra. I don't.
Maybe you roll it.
Roger.
Roger. What is the origin of the name Roger?
It's in the affirmative.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it wasn't a name before it was...
No. Somebody was like, they were like, how do we say yes to that? And then somebody would be like, Roger that. And then somebody was like, I want my son's name to be positive. Actually, it was a girl.
because
They were like, I want my
It was a
daughter's
girl.
name.
It was
That
a
was
girl.
the first Roger was. It was a.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
No.
and they
Yeah,
actually
100%,
didn't. They actually
100%
there was no one named Roger until after the walkie-talkie
After
was
the
invented.
walkie-talkie.
Actually,
Yeah. And it was really, really confusing at the time because people would be like, Roger that. And then Roger would be like, what?
Yeah. What's that? My dog's name is Roger.
really?
Yes.
Why'd you name him that,
I didn't.
Oh!
My son's dad did.
dude?
It's my son's dog, I guess, technically.
Okay.
But they when I had my son, he wanted to name him Roger, and I was like, no, that's not. He wanted to name him after that football player.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I
And
like
I was
that.
like, no, I don't. Something's gonna happen with that guy. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. You can't trust celebrities to name your kids after them.
I
So you
like
don't have
Aaron
to say
Rodgers.
like afterwards. You don't have to say it was like named after Aaron Rodgers.
I don't have to. oh,
No,
after,
you don't have like
after.
after his like if Aaron Rodgers goes down for being
The man.
the best human of all time, then like it's a good thing. But if he goes down for, I don't know, like if you named your kid Favre,
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh man, we messed that up. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
he
no
had a-
other
You
Favre.
can't- yeah, you can't.
know?
Yeah, he had a couple
Yeah,
mishaps.
Mississippi haps.
Ooh,
Hey, can I send a picture to you, lady?
and you know what? Actually,
one of those.
do you know
Yes.
what? He was like the original one. We talked about that not that long ago. He
really?
sent that to a
Newscaster, was it?
cheerleader, but I
well,
don't
that's
even.
not fair.
But I don't even think that it was on
What do
like.
you mean that's not fair?
Yeah,
They're football players.
Yeah,
Cheerleaders.
but-
that's like
Football players and cheerleaders
it's
are
like peanut butter and jelly.
je-
Yeah.
wow. I can't believe, man, that was in sync up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we were talking about that. Also, Roger, the origin of it.
No, Rachel. Oh, sorry.
The origin of Roger means penis.
No way.
Yeah. Late 17th century.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Late 17th century. I feel like she was setting us up for that one. She came in with
She
that
knew.
knowledge.
Yeah.
No,
It was
Like,
She's like,
oh
gonna-
my
came in
God.
I
she's
was at my dog.
gonna get some real Roger talk in today. Red Roger.
Dude, that's funny. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
Normally
gonna
we
go
talk.
tell him when I
Maybe
get home.
yeah. Maybe when you tell your kid about the talk, tell him about what his dog's named after.
Sometimes you're gonna get a hard Roger. Oh man, I don't understand.
A hard Raj.
Oh yeah, you know he
HR.
said
Car Ramraj.
They'll do
Red Roger.
like adult movies like that, and they'll be like, "Hey, you have to come and talk to HR, Hard Roger."
Hard Roger.
Hard Roger.
Because HR. Okay, yeah, there it is.
HR.
Hard R.
I'm Hard Roger.
I'm HR.
Roger's the ultimate hard R.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank goodness. I thought I was going to get fired. Well, if you want to keep your job. And then it turns into a Me Too thing. And then everybody's like, well, we don't want to watch this movie anymore.
That doesn't really fit the type of movie that you're talking
Right,
about. If all of
yeah.
a sudden they're like,
Are we
you're
talking-
going to court for what we just did.
What I'm saying is, it stars Demi Moore.
Striptease.
It stars Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that new Demi Moore movie, The Substance?
There's a new
No.
Demi Moore
What's
movie.
the substance? Rubber cement?
She's passed out on the
Close.
table.
No,
the
oh my
whole
gosh, it's close.
45 minutes of her passed out.
No,
Like,
that's
what's
so funny that you
The
say that.
substance?
That's like part. So it's kind of like a play on like how Ozempic is kind of like taking over.
Oh.
So she's like this like aerobics instructor, and she just turns 50, and they're like, we need to replace her with someone younger. And
Oh, no.
she's like on TV.
Yep,
and
yep.
so then she's like, she like overhears this, and she's like, I have to do something. And then she gets this like, I don't know, someone like approaches her and tells her about the substance, which is like this stuff that you inject, and it helps create a younger and new you. And without giving too much away, you literally, it like the substance like duplicates all of your cells, and then you basically like give birth to this younger, newer you like through your back. So it's kind of like body horror. There's like a lot of like crunchy sounds and, you know, like mushy skin
That is
sounds.
wild.
But she is like, also Demi Moore is like super hot.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was
As a
gonna say,
50-year-old.
you
and
need
so
to
it's-
find someone that's unattractive for
Right.
that role to be
And
like,
then-
they used to be hot, not just like, let's pick the hottest 50-year-old that we can and
Well,
put her in something where.
So then like as the movie goes on, the younger her, so like the thing is that they have to the young girl lives for 7 days, and then she lives for 7 days, so they have to like exchange time, and one of them like basically sleeps and is on like an IV bag while the other one, I can't believe you guys haven't heard of this. It's like,
I like how you're like,
Never.
I don't think I'm going to give too much away, but here's the whole story.
plot.
well, no, 'cause-
And it ends like this. Wait, so you're saying they're sleeping for 7, they're alive
Yeah.
for 7 days?
yeah. So then like the younger one, I don't know, spoiler
Comatose.
alert. Spoiler alert. The younger one starts being selfish and taking extra days. And when the younger one takes something, it takes away from the older one. So then she like
Loses her
she
eyesight?
ages. Yeah,
Yeah.
she like ages
Well, that's what
radically.
she wanted, though, right? Like,
Right, but then she can't go back. So then she starts as this like hot 50-year-old, and then
Ends up as a hot 26-year-old.
But she doesn't know. She makes a copy of herself.
yeah, so
So
like
she
the-
doesn't get to live through both of them.
Right, but the younger one keeps living on. Well, that's like
Yeah, but the hot 50-year-old dies, which is
But
bad.
she-
that's gonna happen anyway.
But she they
mean,
like I
not-
think she like experiences both like consciously.
Oh.
Like she does experience
Well, yeah,
it,
then she
but
should
she's
just stay
in
in
a
the younger
different
body.
body.
Yeah, that just like
I see nothing wrong with this.
Arrivederci. Yeah,
Then she goes and marries Ashton Kutcher.
Wait till you watch it. You got to see this movie.
I'm not gonna-
I'm not gonna give it all away. I want to give the rest of it away, but I need to stop.
you're saying that this younger Demi Moore comes out of her back with crunching sounds.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna watch that.
it's not like.
Is it
It
like
got
a horror movie?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of like spooky, but it's like an art. What's
Yeah.
it called?
Deco?
Art Deco. Yeah.
Yeah, you know who could use that is Demi Moore's ex-husband, Bruce Willis.
Ooh,
Are they exes now? I thought they were friends.
They've been broke together. They're exes. I mean, Bruce Willis is barely alive.
I know. Yeah, I've
That's
seen
what's
like pictures
sad.
of her being like, "It's okay."
Yeah, this man used
She
to-
probably
yeah.
gave him the substance.
Yeah, exactly. She gave him a couple substances, and now he
Is brain
is
dead.
Roger.
He forgot that
Yeah. Now
that
he's
they
like,
weren't
what-
married anymore.
That's probably what drove him insane. He's like, I don't want to remember anything if I can't remember being with Demi Moore.
Aw.
That sounds romantic. It was supposed to be sad.
yeah. That's yeah. Well, Demi Moore, Bruce Willis. It was like the premier Hollywood couple for a little while.
Oh yeah.
And then she was like, "Dude, you're way too old." And everybody
Weren't they
was
the
like,
same age?
"Yeah."
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
Which
saying.
is too old.
Like, right. And
Way
Debbie Moore
too
was
old.
like, "I'm going to hook up with someone."
Aston Kutcher.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna go get
Kautzman.
punked.
Aston Kutcher. I'm gonna get punked.
Yeah.
He's on the other side of the camera. What's his face? Bruce Willis walks into the bedroom and there's whoa.
Ghost.
There's,
It's actually just like a 5-year punk thing where after he gets married, then they go into Bruce Willis. They're like, punked. I just made love to your wife for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, got you good. Here's a
long
trucker
game.
hat.
Hey, couldn't you have just like blown up my car? Yeah. You know, that would have been.
You ruined my life.
That would have cost less money, don't you think? I don't care about money. I got Debbie Moore in my pocket.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And then Ashton Kutcher was like, "You're actually too old."
Yeah. Because then he dumped her, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then who'd he?
Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "No, Danny Masterson's a good dude." And
Yeah.
like, dang it.
I don't know who that is.
He was
Hyde
Hyde
from that 70s
show.
He was
Oh, is
on
that who Demi Moore's with now?
No, he's in prison.
Oh.
Because he
He used his fame to sexually assault women, and then people were like, "Yo, you can't do that." And he was like, "What?"
Why not?
He went
Yeah.
to jail.
Wow.
But then Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis were
wrote
like,
letters.
"Nah, he's a good dude." I don't know why.
Yeah, they tried to get like
everybody's
a
saying-
sentence reduced or whatever
Yeah.
by being like,
No, he's fine. I
Yeah.
think
it was like
The
the one
judge saw
person.
that and they were like, "Dang, Mila Kunis." All right, then.
Yeah, it's like the one
Mila
person that the Church of Scientology
Mila
didn't get
Kunis.
off.
Oh yeah. They had to sacrifice one of their own.
Yeah.
And it turns out that Bruce Willis took the substance and gave birth to Ashton Kutcher through his back
Through his back.
with crunching sounds.
Yeah. That is the best. Like, there's crunching sounds.
Like, that's the weirdest part of the movie to bring up. There's
So-
crunching
You know,
sounds.
and there's crunching sounds in it. It's pretty much just a long cereal commercial.
It really, well, my friend was telling me he's very like film, talks a lot about film, and he's like a screenwriter. And so he was telling me about it, and he kept saying body horror when he would describe it. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Human centipede.
Every time I look in the mirror
Yeah.
naked.
But yeah, it's like basically weird body sounds, body crunching,
Oh,
like
crunching.
those
oh my
sounds.
Wow. That was actually the most accurate mouth noises I've ever heard.
Yeah. Everybody who heard that just there's probably like 3 accidents on the ground right now. Like,
There's a few more accidents that a couple guys had.
yeah. Some are on the highway, some are in the pants.
Like, oh, my Roger.
Sorry, guys.
Boss, I gotta go home.
My
I was
Roger.
listening to this podcast and
And now my pants have rubber cement in them.
My Roger made rubber
oh
cement.
man.
Hard R. There
Yeah,
it is.
That's the title of this
My
episode.
Roger
My
made
Roger
rubber
made rubber cement.
Oh wow. That's pretty
There you
good.
go.
That's pretty good. I'm not sure if we've ever had a guest title the episode before.
Aww,
Is that-
that's so special.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of a special, there's a big orange box here. Mm-hmm. What's it?
What's in it?
Yeah, what's it?
That's another.
Oh,
It's by Roger.
then keep it closed. Keep it closed.
Justin Timberlake and Andy
Dick's
Dufresne.
Roger.
Dick's Roger.
Andy Dick is a person. I didn't just say.
Yeah.
That's another name that means Dick. Richard. What is
Yeah.
going
Yes.
on?
Yeah. Well, that's just the nick. Like that's the shortened version of Richard.
Yeah.
Although, like,
Which I
Rich
don't know why.
seems like I would pick Rich every time. You know, like,
Yeah.
don't call me Dick, call me Rich.
Dickie.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Dickie? No thanks, Richie. Rich.
No
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. They said that came just from being short for Richard because Rick was short for Richard and then Dick rhymes.
Why does
with-
Richard get so many
you're like-
names?
You're like, Dick Van Dyke could have been just Richard Van Dyke.
Yeah, but
Richard
also
Richard.
in the celebrity thing, you're not gonna forget that. Like, if his name was like Rich Van Dyke, it wouldn't be the same.
I think the Van Dyke carries most of that.
I think the Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah,
part.
the
Like
repetitive
if it was,
letters
if it was like
do something.
Dick Van
Helsing.
Be like, he hunts vampires.
Yeah. Heights vampires, hard as a rock.
Hard R's.
Hard R's. This is.
We keep going back to hard R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
we got a redhead
speaking of
in
hard
here.
R,
There's
my bus story was that I got.
Oh, yeah.
All
Really
right.
brought that around.
Yeah. Full circle.
I got in like my first fight on the bus because this like big girl, she was big old girl. Her name was Density, and
Her name is Density? Wait, what's her name?
Density, but they called her Density.
No,
Is that-
her
I
name
was
was
gonna say
Destiny, and we
I've
called her
seen-
Density. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That, man,
She
sometimes the world
was-
just works out.
Yeah, no, I mean, but like every time I've ever told the story, I'm like, her name was Density. That was,
Did you call it that to her face?
I called her something much worse, and she got
Punched
really
you?
mad. No, actually, she didn't get mad at what I called her because I called her a fat ass.
Oh,
'Cause
she rebel.
was-
Okay.
No, it was it was like she was the girl on the bus that was always like loud and picking on everyone. She wore like, the Jankos with the chains.
Oh,
she had
yeah,
like
she was-
greasy black hair with like a red streak,
Yeah,
You know
she
the
was
type.
an ICP fan.
Yeah.
She was a juggalette.
For
Juggalette.
sure. Oh yeah. And she was picking on this one like little mousy girl one time, and she like the mousy girl was like in like the 5th grade. Like she was like much younger than us. And I wasn't like as old as her. I think she was, like in high school or something. And I was like, hey, fat ass, pick on someone your own size. And then she started going after me. And then her like little gay friend that sat next to her was like, no one was talking to you, fire crotch. And then I called both of them names that I regret. And she hit me in the head really hard with her big fat fist. And then
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say a battery.
Yeah.
no, she used
Like,
her.
It was
like a
assault
nine-
and
that
battery.
nine
Yeah,
volt
it was
assault.
for sure.
Assault and batteries.
So I mean, I call it a fight, but it was really just me calling names and her
Punching you
giving
in
me
the
a
head.
concussion. Her bouncing my head like a basketball off the back of a seat.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell people that one.
No,
You
that's
gotta-
why they
have
call
you ever
me.
been in a fight that you won?
No,
How many fights have you been in?
2.
Oh,
You're just
0 for 2.
yeah. You're
Definitely, I do. I win all the ones that are just like yelling.
Well, you
Oh, like
say you
you've-
do that, but that's just like everyone else being like,
nobody,
whatever.
Yeah, nobody wins a
For
verbal
sure.
fight.
yeah, unless it's against other women. Then there's a winner. But guys, for sure, in every fight with a girl,
Lose.
I wouldn't say they concede.
Yeah,
But
they
there's
give like,
really-
Because
oh
then
my
they
God.
can't.
There's
They
just-
can't. They can't.
There's just I'm done with this, but like you're like you can say you won. In your mind, we're gonna let you think that you won, but really, every time I think over the points I make, I'm always right.
yeah.
I'm like they're just yelling louder than me, and it's not gonna come to an end.
So you've never won a fight with a girl?
I've won every fight with a girl. I've just conceded.
Yeah. Girls don't. They
I'm
can't
just-
fight.
Guys,
Like, they just
guys are just always like, I guess I'll just go along with
yeah.
this.
Like after 12 hours of being like, oh my God,
2
fine.
plus 2 is 4.
Yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken's better than Popeyes. Whatever you say, who cares? Oh my God. Like, yeah. I got into
I
a
haven't
fight.
been with. Yeah,
It's always like, you do know where you want to eat.
Yeah.
But
Don't shake the baby.
my favorite, I hate when it's like, where do you want to eat? When it's like, I don't really care. It's like, I can say that because I truly don't care.
Yeah.
And then it just comes around like, well, you want to eat here? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why don't you say where you want to eat? it's like I did say. It's like no,
3
you
weeks
didn't.
ago.
Yeah.
I told you 3
You
weeks
know
ago.
where my favorite place is.
Yeah, I can't believe that you don't remember.
Take me to the place we went on our 47th time we kissed. McDonald's?
Was it Popeyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that Popeyes.
No, Popeye was what we were talking about while we kissed the 47th time. The Sailor Man.
The Sailor Man. Sorry, honey.
What? That was the worst Popeye impression ever. Were you trying?
Oh yeah, I was trying to do Popeye. That wasn't from my own life at all.
Oh, okay.
I think
Isn't having a
Popeye. What does he
flashback.
have? How does Popeye talk?
Like that. You were doing it. I don't think he actually talks. I think he just makes that sound.
I remember that's
Yeah.
his laugh.
Yeah.
That's his laugh.
And then like spinach.
because I eats me spinach.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
There we go.
Man,
Nice.
we
That pipe.
I can't believe we found out his voice all together there. We're like, he doesn't talk. And then,
Workshopped it. Yeah, we're like, all right.
Well, actually, he does talk a little.
yeah.
Oh, funny.
I was in 2 fights with the same person.
Nice.
One on the
Did
bus.
you win?
I
either
won.
of
I
them?
will. I don't know if I. I don't know if I won. So like, the first one was, and I remember the dude. Shout out to Justin Long.
I think I know him.
You don't. I mean, he's in Michigan, but
Justin Long, he's a famous actor.
Yeah, okay. That's where I know him from.
oh, then maybe it's not Justin Long.
Yeah, are you replacing a memory with
With Justin, yeah. Justin
Yeah.
came over. He was like, "I'm friends with Drew Barrymore," and I was like, "Cool."
And then you were
Justin.
like,
Now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, Justin Long's the guy in like
from-
Jeepers
yeah, yeah.
Creepers.
Okay,
He's
and-
in the
okay, yeah.
Apple guy.
I know this.
Yeah.
I know this person.
You're like, you don't know Justin Long.
You don't know
So Rob walks this way, steps on my foot because I'm facing my friend in the aisle, and he just walks by, steps on my foot, and then keeps going. And I stand up like a gangster, like I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
Darn tootin'.
I'm like,
Hard M.
yo, hard hard Q.
Hard
Why
Q,
did you
yeah.
step on my shoe? And I put my arms like that. You know, I was like, yo.
Were you always like really tall too?
No, there was a time when I was shorter
Okay. Well,
because I was younger.
But you were like, were you like when you were like were you always like the biggest boy in like your age
Yeah.
group?
He didn't just come out of a back. He had to grow.
I'm not some sort of.
He didn't just
cellular
crunch out of his
clone.
back.
Yeah. And my dad's sleeping over there somewhere with an IV. Yeah, I get. Well, like in high school, I probably like. I don't know. Probably like real close to it. You know.
Yeah.
But I was holding out my hands, and then he starts walking back towards me, and Justin, who I'm confusing with Justin Long, jumps over me, like goes around the seats and just like tackles the dude in the middle of the bus aisle and just starts
Oh,
punching
Justin
him
got
in
your
the
back.
right. And I was like,
Down,
yo!
boy.
Like, I mean, I was literally standing there like in amazement, like I thought I was just about to get into a fight, and now this dude's like got a bloody nose and he's on the ground, and like people are pulling him off,
And
I
you're
was
like, hold me back, hold me
yeah,
back.
I was like, yeah, you're lucky he did that, or I would have probably like.
Because you stepped on my already scuffed Converse, dude.
No, I never had Converse.
What did you have? Fat Farms?
I don't think they made shoes, but I did have a.
I think they did.
Fat Farm?
Yeah, dude.
Fat Farm made some rad shoes, dude. I bought them, and they were not my culture.
Blaise, Blaise, used to-
They bought FUBU.
Blaise-
It's like, oh yeah,
Blaise shopped at Burlington Coat Factory a lot.
yeah. You can always tell when they got their shirt from Burlington Coat Factory because you're like, yes,
Fat
that's-
Farm.
Yeah. I did have a Carl Kanai Fat Farm. Let's see. Well, starter jackets, but they were like on their way out.
Starter jackets.
I have
what does
the
that mean?
starter jackets.
Like it's basically a winter coat, but it's starter brand. Like starter would have been like the A1 or Champion.
Starter jackets were actually expensive.
They were
right?
expensive.
Did they look like high school like varsity jackets or something?
Here, they
No.
looked like this.
They looked like all
Few-
kinds of stuff.
Like those ones, you know, that all the kids had when we were. You were like my age, right? How old are you?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to ask a hard R how old they are.
It's hard.
These
I'm
were my
hard 30.
exact Fat Farm shoes. Yeah. Yeah.
Which ones? Those?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Those were
I hope you put a
straight,
picture
Those are
of
cool.
straight pimping.
Okay.
Fat
Look
Farm
up-
shoes, millennials.
Look up LA Gear Flames.
Then look up Etnies.
Oh, everybody knows that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. No, don't look this up.
Yeah,
so-
Rachel,
Yeah.
loser.
Okay.
We're talking about shoes that aren't as known.
Yeah. What about
What
Akai?
about Airwalks?
Airwalks, yeah, those are pretty good.
Yep.
I'm trying to think.
Mom
Of those
Shop
etnies, then you had to like figure out which
Yeah.
skateboarder was.
Well,
like,
they were
with
just like
etnies
that.
or whatever, because you're like Rodney Mullen's my favorite.
Oh,
I can't
I don't
strap
think
up,
it's a
but they were
touch.
red and black. It's not, but they were just like that or those, but they were red and black.
Oh, that's cool.
It
Did
might
you
have
wear
been like those.
Jankos and like the chain?
No, my buddy Levi did though, and he got
Levi
me
wore
into
Jankos.
ICP. He actually also wore eyeliner,
I believe it.
and you were like, "That's cool,
Wait,
man." He wore he did like the
Eyeliner
emo
or like-
streaky, like wear eyeliner, then streak it down
Yeah.
your face. Go home and sing My Chemical Romance.
What was
and
his?
then
Where'd you guys go to school?
From Mott, Southwest North Dakota.
Okay.
Town of approximately 800 people when I graduated. There was 100 kids in our whole high school from
Whoa.
freshman to senior year. Exactly 100 kids.
Wow.
I had 35 kids in my class, and that was like the biggest class for a long time.
Whoa. There was like 600 in my graduating class of West Fargo.
Yeah.
600.
600. And it was right before they split the schools. So
That's
now
why.
there's two. Yeah.
Oh.
Way too many kids.
We had my graduating class was like 640 something.
Did you go to Fargo?
No.
No.
We went to
Where-
Hawaii.
Oh,
No,
really?
That's
Oh.
correct too. But I did live in Hawaii, but I didn't graduate high school in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Where'd you graduate from?
It's a place called Michigan.
Oh yeah, you already said Michigan once.
That's
Michigan,
that's where
North
Justin Long
Dakota.
is from. Michigan, North Dakota.
I just
oh
drove.
really?
No, not really. Michigan, the state.
I did drive through Michigan, North Dakota today, or this weekend.
There really is a Michigan North. I know there's like my town's called Grand Rapids. It's the second biggest town next to Detroit.
Detroit, yeah. No, you go up to Grand Forks, and then on the way over to Devil's Lake,
There's a Michigan.
it's Michigan. And
Yes,
guess what?
You know what? I did know that. I was gonna take my parents are in town, and this is a long time ago, but I was gonna drive them up there and be like, "Hey, we're back in Michigan."
Yeah, I stopped.
They would
in-
be like, "Wow, what are we actually doing here?"
I can't believe you just spent an hour and 45 minutes to say that.
Yeah, it's funny because it's
God.
not even a short drive. You're like, this is gonna really hit.
As soon as, we'd probably we'd get halfway there, there'd be a sign that says Michigan, 45 miles that way.
Or it could
The
be
joke would be ruined.
Yeah,
Like, no.
yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if we were going there?
I give my wife the little elbows. And
Yeah.
she's like, "You're a comic genius."
You're funny.
Dude, stopped at the gas station in Michigan, North Dakota this weekend though, and there's just a sign that says tanning bed, bathroom.
Oh yeah, you posted that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's just written on poster paper. So you can use the tanning bed that's in their gas station.
They don't make enough money from
the
the
back.
tanning bed to buy a sign.
I know.
Gotta,
And then they also, as you walk back to the tanning bed area, I was going to the bathroom, but I didn't know where the tanning bed was.
I was gonna say you look like a little
I need
bugger.
color. I thought about using that. I'm a very white boy right now, especially this time of year. But they, as you walk back there, there's a movie rack where you were still supposed to be rent movies, but they just said movies for sale. They haven't even sold all of their movies that you could rent from the early 2000s.
Oh no.
Ellen Page was still on there. I'm like, it's dead named on in these movies already.
Is it worth something?
Yeah, exactly.
Is your son obsessed with does he like CDs and stuff?
Absolutely not. He doesn't know what a CD is.
My son thinks he is enamored that movies could be on CDs.
Really?
And so he'll be like, I want to watch this movie. I'm like, it's on Netflix. He's like, but we have it on DVD.
He's like, I want to make sure that I fall asleep and then wake up to the
Title
Yeah.
screen.
title
Literally.
screen over and over again.
If it's scratched, I want it to stop working
Yeah.
completely.
If I had a kid, he'd know what CDs are.
Well,
and
he
he'd know
does
that
know.
he gets 10% interest rate if he puts it in over a certain amount of money and picks it up the next year.
9.9%. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this box.
Oh yeah,
What's in the box?
it's donuts from Sandy's Donuts.
Interesting.
I was very
Sandy's-
confused as to what. I was like, that's rude to just call Rachel. It's like, It's like, what were you? She's more than that.
What's in
Oh
this
my
box? What's in this box?
Hey, I know we just met, but I don't know how to go forward with that while still being clean. This is a PG-13 show.
Yeah.
Did you want a donut?
Yeah, thanks for asking. It's awesome. Let's
Break up in those donuts.
Yesterday I had to buy some wreaths, and they were in a box. I picked up the box, and I walked past a bunch of kids that were like, I don't know, 14, 15. And then I said to them...
Did they bully you?
No, but they were like, well, I know them. They were like, hey, Marquay, what's in the box? And then I turned to them and I said, what's in the box?
Like Brad Pitt.
Right? And then they were like, I don't know. And I was like, it's a reference from a movie that you have no idea what it is. Like I get it now. So yeah, all the other
How do you know
parents
all
and
these
adults-
young kids?
I hang out at middle school sometimes. Just kidding. Hockey. My kid is in sports,
yeah.
so I see
That's
a lot
right.
of these kids in sports. And band, he's in the drum line. And
Nice. Your
It's a
kid
weird-
sounds cool.
With
well,
Nick Cannon?
That's what I said. I was like, bro. So I actually have been looking for drumline because it's not on the streaming services unless you rent it. And I'm not a renter. I'm not a renty boy. So
No.
like I'm gonna buy it or it's gonna be on my Netflix or whatever. So I was. If you happen to be in Michigan again and you see drumline, not drumline 2 because I don't want any of that BS.
Yeah. Garbage.
Drumline. I showed him a clip of it. Nick Cannon's doing the looking the kid in the eyes, just walking towards him. And then the kid just punches him.
Yeah.
And I was like, drumline is serious. Are you ready for this life?
Yeah.
And then he was like, what?
You're like, you're going to need a Justin Long to be behind you. I
was like,
to
how
help
Make sure
out.
your boys are around.
Yeah. All your boys on the other drumline that are with you on the drumline.
Oh,
but he's
dude. Yeah,
pretty good.
that movie is cool. Dude, your kid sounds cool. What else? Like,
Well, it's weird about it's cool because he's like in 2 different groups, like literally like the band.
yeah,
and like
kind of nerds.
I don't want to call the kids in band nerds. You
Or
know,
like, okay,
I mean, you don't want to, but
you don't want to because you don't want them to hear you.
what?
They'll hit you with them sticks.
Nobody from my family listens to this show. So then
So sorry.
they so then he plays like hockey and then he plays in the band. So I'm always like,
That's good though.
What?
Kind of get his feet in 2 different things because then he won't tie his identity to one thing and be annoying.
yeah, that is true.
if he's got his 1 foot over here and 1 foot over here, it's easier for his Rogers to.
Talking about your kids Roger. Okay.
Kids Roger.
Whoa.
You said it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I never said that. You can't
Run it
prove
back.
So
Oh, yeah.
donuts.
Donuts. Yeah.
Why did you get 12? I mean, we
thought
appreciate it.
I thought I don't know why I like in my head radio is like
People
did you
are
ever
there.
did you ever watch Frasier? Like I just imagine like that.
But
Or news radio.
news radio, good one. That
News
was
radio.
my old roommate's favorite show was news
Really?
radio.
That was a good one.
Frasier was my jam.
Frasier was cool because it was smart. I liked Frasier because like it wasn't dumb.
Yeah.
You know, like other TV shows were
Oh
like
yes, smart, not dumb.
smart. You know,
Man,
the
you would
definition of
hate, you
smart.
would you would hate the show that you're a part of.
What show is that? So it's I don't know. It was more interesting I thought than like a lot of the other TV shows of that time.
Cheers.
Cheers was okay, but I wasn't like Cheers was like too. Like I think I was around for like the final seasons.
Well,
but
yeah, because Frasier was a
spin-off of
spin-off,
Cheers,
yeah.
Was
But
it?
That
I didn't
dude,
know that.
yeah, because Frasier used to come into the Cheers bar.
Oh, interesting. I didn't
George
know.
Wendt, Norm from Cheers, lives in Michigan. I've seen him exactly one time.
Really?
In the tanning bed
Nice. He was tanning.
in
Norm's a
Michigan,
pretty
North
big
Dakota.
guy. No. This was South Haven, Michigan.
Oh,
Was Norm the?
mail carrier.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh
That's
no,
Cliff
Norm was
Clavin.
the
Norm
you're
was the
right.
big dude who was Like he'd walk in the bar and everybody'd be like, Norm.
Yep. He's the guy that, like, if you play the slot machines in the bars over here and you play the Cheers one, if you get a bunch of Norms, you win money.
Do you gamble a lot?
Kind of. Yeah.
Because all his references are to slot machines.
I gambled
There's
quite a
slot
bit this
machines at the
weekend.
gas station? Is that what you just said?
No, in like all the bars here.
They have slot machines?
Well, they're technically electronic pull tabs.
Yeah, yeah.
Electronic.
And that just means that, like, whatever the odds and stuff are a little different than an actual slot machine. But it's pretty much slot machines just in the bars.
Do you play blackjack too?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
You like gambling?
I do. I lost money playing blackjack this week. Won money playing machines. Well, we had chosen to Devil's Lake.
Oh, yeah.
And then, if you know, like Josh DeLay and stuff, and Josh was in a poker tournament up there.
No way.
So then after our show, we just went to the casino that
Nice.
Josh and those guys were playing poker in. So
I remember I used to date this guy who played blackjack all the time, and there's like blackjack in all the bars here.
Yeah,
like
which is
it's not,
awesome.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because in Minnesota, like you can really only do like pull tabs,
yep.
and he would only ever tell, like I get it now, but he would only ever tell me, he's like, I was up like $200. I was like, wow, this game seems really fun, and you always win.
Yeah.
But he was just like never telling me about when he would lose.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was.
And he only talked about gambling 3 times.
Yeah.
We'd like go to a bar, and I was like, "Why were you there so late?"
Yeah.
Like way later than you normally. He was like, "I was playing blackjack." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
did you win?" He's like, "I was playing blackjack." Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Blackjack, though, I'd feel like sometimes you do have like really bad days at it where they're like the dealer's just hitting 21, but you have a little bit more control over.
that's exactly
much
what
you
a
win
gambler would say.
Yeah, I'm
You
in
have
control. My buddy told
I'm
me
in
that-
control. Give me $100. I need to play.
My buddy told me that blackjack is the only one that's geared, like you have the highest probability of winning that one. It's like
Really?
51-49 or something, and every other game is like 80-20 or something like that. I don't know. Because it's all like quote unquote luck of the draw.
Yeah.
And like I've only played blackjack. I'm not much of a gambler.
Yeah, it's 42%, 42.22
Oh wow.
Yeah.
for blackjack.
Yeah.
Because I think like Baccarat too has like one of the most. What are the Baccarat as?
Burt Bacharach?
Burt Baccarat.
Whatever.
But yeah, at least with blackjack, you actually know how to play the game. Like it's like you. It's actually you kind of are like have a little control other than just
Hit
pull
me.
this. Yeah.
I don't actually remember how to play, but I get it.
You try to get to 21 without going over. If you get
Okay,
over,
okay,
you
maybe I do know.
bust.
Okay, yeah. I
So then
do
you
know how
just
to do that
kind of
one.
like learn what you're supposed to do in situations. Like if you have a 4 against a 6 or whatever, you could probably stay, or 14 against 16, I guess I should stay. And it kind of depends.
Do you bet on sports?
Yes.
Which
Depending.
Yes.
sports? All of them?
Unabashedly, yes.
That I am not doing well. But there I usually just like, we'll do like pick 6, like bet the over-unders on parlays and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yep.
Do you think you have a problem?
Me? I have no problems ever. I just have a bunch of money in the accounts that I initially put in for some of these drafting ones that I could take out. And then I win like a couple, or you win a couple $100 or whatever.
Oh,
And
so you just leave the money in there?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
for that, for like sports betting. I just have that at the beginning of the football season. I don't really bet on sports outside of football.
Oh, okay.
Because there I know like most of the players and things. So it's,
Like personally,
yeah, they're all my friends.
they're all fun. Burt Bacharach was an American composer, songwriter, record producer, and pianist who is widely regarded as one of the most important and influential figures of the 20th century popular music. Starting in the 1950s, he composed hundreds of pop songs, many in collaboration with Hal David. Bacharach's music is characterized by unusual chord progressions and time signature changes, influenced by his background in jazz, uncommon selections, the microphone's in my way, and instruments for small orchestras.
So
Burt Bacharach.
who mentioned him? Is he also a gambler?
I mentioned the game. I mentioned the game Baccarat. And then Quay was like, Burt Bacharach? And I'm like, I have no idea who that is.
That's why I was waiting.
One second.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Hold, please.
So have you guys ever played Pig Wheel?
I love Pig Wheel. Dude, we played Pig Wheel.
I do have a gambling problem when I play Pig Wheel.
Dude,
that's
so
not a
fun.
problem. That's. Did you see the joy in your eyes when you said that?
Yeah.
No, they're your eyes, but you can feel how happy you were when you said Pig Wheel. So I don't think it's a problem. It seems like it's uplifting you as a person.
Yeah, dude, there's this one comic that's in town for like a month or a couple weeks or whatever here. So we put him on a show with us, and then he came out, and he was just amazed at the gambling.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, come learn how to play Pig Wheel.
Come learn.
It's real complicated.
Do you have $40?
There's so many people that like truly don't know. I'm like, just put your bet. Just put your money on a number. Like, I don't know how.
Any number, any color.
Yeah, I'm
even, odd.
Exactly.
So
like, it should be, it's pretty easy just to look at that. But there's so many people that are like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. And you're like, well, you could win $20, so put it down.
Yeah. But this guy was about, he was like, oh, what's Pig Wheel? I'm like, here, I'll show you. I hit the number the first time. He's like, oh, that seems awesome. He went and got a bunch of money because he's like,
He's like,
oh, you just win? Because I mean, I had like,
oh, you just win?
I had like $5 on number 7, so it pays out 40-1. So I won like $200 on the first spin, and then I lost all that money.
Right? Yeah, for sure. There's no way you're
think that's how I gamble. Like when I play blackjack, I have a shirt like this, and I have $100, and I play $5 chips, and every time I get $25 back, I put it in my pocket, and I just keep that $25 chip until I have 100, and then I just play with the rest, and then I'll either lose the rest or gain a bunch more. Most of the time, I gain.
There you go.
Sick gains, bro.
Not gambling when you're always winning.
Yeah, it's not gambling when you're always winning. Yeah, my friends get pissed at me. Yeah, they're like, one of my buddies went to the ATM at 11, took out the daily limit, and then went back again at 12:05
Oh my God.
and took out the daily limit. And I was like,
yikes,
you're going to want to
You might as well just
stop.
get your title to your house.
Yeah, dude, I was up like $3,000 in Deadwood one time when we were down there for my buddy's bachelor party. My one buddy was on the phone with his bank,
No.
being like, I want to extend how much money I can take out. And they're like, no. And I just had to like keep feeding him, like, here's another like $500. He's like, I got to wait till midnight. And I'm like, you maybe should wait. Like, maybe you should go to bed. I'm like, you also have a lot more money than me, and your
bank said no.
Yeah, and I'm like, and your bank, I saw how much money you
bank
took out
won't let you.
initially, and that's a lot.
After hours of deliberation, I finally was like, all right, this
You
one.
decided. I know. I was telling Blaise, like when I went there, I was like on my way. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be so packed. Like it's like, rush hour right now. Everyone's getting to work. Like people are gonna want to get coffee and donuts for the office. I was the only one in there, except for some maybe like sleepy fentanyl people in the back.
It's too early. If you went there it's 9 now. If you would be in there like 20 minutes ago, people are starting their workday at like 9 downtown.
What food are you bringing to Thanksgiving?
I brought buns.
No
Nice.
food.
Hey, Dad, what do you think of this?
Hey, Dad. He's like, quit. Rach. No. I'm not skilled. I know how to cook and I'll follow directions pretty well, but I don't hang my hat on that.
Dude, my brother prides himself on making the crescent rolls every year. I'm like, he's like, I'll bring crescent rolls. I'm so good at making them. I'm like, yeah, just 8 minutes on a sheet. Like,
You're really good at like doing the roll.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. You can pop it open.
Plus, I feel like crescent rolls aren't the kind of thing you bring.
No.
Because nobody wants to eat 7-hour-old crescent rolls. Like, would
buddy.
you make these at your house and then bring them here? Get out of here, dude.
Well, it's
Throw
always
those away.
Yeah, no, he usually makes them at the place, but it's usually like my parents' house or my
nice.
sister's.
Yeah, so he's like, get out of the way, Mom. I need to make my
Mom,
crescent
stop with the stuffing. The crescent rolls
take
are what
this.
we need.
This huge turkey's in the way. I got to put the crescent rolls in.
Stop basting that.
He doesn't even make the crescent rolls. He just brings the tubes, hands them to your mom, and says, "Can you tell everybody that I made these?"
Yeah. He actually just unwraps them and then throws them like a grenade. So
What's your favorite Thanksgiving thing? Like
family.
Okay, Dominic Toretto.
Family.
Dude,
I love stuffing, man.
stuffing's so
Dude,
good. My mom makes like
stuffing rocks.
my mom actually makes like really good stuffing because
Yeah.
she's literally 80 years old. So like,
really? Your mom's old.
oh yeah, I'm what you'd call a mistake. My oldest brother's 19 years older than
Miracle.
me. Yeah, my parents are Catholic, so it's always like,
Oh yeah.
it's always like, you're not a mistake, Blaise. You're a blessing. I'm like, one that you didn't plan on.
Yeah.
Just like,
Unanticipated.
yeah. But my mom does make super awesome pies,
Nice.
like from scratch,
Oh,
and
that's so
super
awesome.
awesome stuffing that just like
Yeah.
knows how to do it. Dude, I always make like cream corn, but like you like make mushrooms, like saute all these mushrooms and then get sour cream and then put corn and sour cream and the mushrooms all in there and heat it
Wow.
up.
Actually, that sounds really good.
It's awesome.
I
don't like regular cream corn, that's just like slimy corn,
Yeah.
but this is like cream corn.
Did you say slutty corn?
Slimy corn.
Slutty corn.
It could be. I don't use words like that because I'm a man, a very nice man.
He's a feminist.
Slutty
Yeah.
corn.
My friend made. I went to a Friendsgiving. Have you guys ever done this?
Nope,
We did it
never heard of
literally
it.
on Sunday.
Yeah, I did one on Sunday, and I was like, I don't know what I thought. I brought buns again. Like wasn't going hard, but it's like it was like Thanksgiving. Like she made a turkey stuff, like all the things, and I ate too much. I was like, I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. Like I thought we were all friends and we were just gonna like hang out and like maybe there would be a turkey, but no. It's like, so I feel like spoiled. I'm going to have had 2 Thanksgivings.
Yeah, dude.
Yup.
2 whole Thanksgiving. Like so much food, dude.
I know. I feel so fat, especially being like the single person that goes home
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving. They always shove all the food
Yeah.
at me leaving too, and
They're like, we
I
know
just
no
eat
one's cooking
stuffing
for
and
you.
crescent roll sandwiches for the next week.
That. Yeah, good. I'm glad you said that because I literally thought I might be the only one that does that. Because like I'll crack open my crescent roll or bun or whatever bread happens to be there. Sometimes there's multiple. And then I put the stuffing in there with a little bit of turkey, and then I shove that into the mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Yeah, dude.
Like
Mashed potatoes and gravy as a dip is awesome.
You're like the Cookie Monster for Thanksgiving, like the,
Yeah.
the Turkey Monster.
Turkey. You know what? I actually so I watched Sesame Street as a youngster, and like as a I don't know. Ironically, I was like, I'm gonna watch like not an episode, but I'm gonna check out Sesame Street or whatever.
Yeah.
And I looked at Cookie Monster, and they had these old videos of Sesame Street, and they show him eating cookies. Not one cookie actually goes down his leg. He just shoves a bunch
Yeah,
of
like
cookies and
at
they go
his
flying
mouth, yeah.
everywhere. And I was like, as a kid, I think I was always under the impression that he just was eating the cookies so much that they just were going everywhere.
Yeah.
But it turns out he physically could not put cookies into the hole. It was just a guy who
Yeah.
smashing cookies with his hand. And I was like, I'm an
Yeah.
adult now.
It looked better for effect anyway.
Yeah.
I'm an adult now.
Well, anywho.
The magic's gone.
Yeah, or was it ever even there?
Number 32, the Lakers.
Yeah. He's still around,
He's still
surprisingly.
Burt Bacharach? Nope, he died.
Nope. Okay, but we gotta put a kibosh to this, unfortunately. Rachel, do you have anything fun coming up that you want to plug or anything cool?
I'm on the Laughs Per Minute on December 15th at the Terminal, hosted by Spencer Schultz. I host an open mic at Zamboni's in St. Paul every Wednesday. It starts at 8. We're canceling it this week, obviously, because of the holiday. I won't be there. But yeah, I'll be at the Cellar with you guys on Wednesday.
Nice. That's always a fun one.
Yeah. You're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've only heard about it, so I've never been there.
It's your first time, so I'll put you at the bottom of the list and you get 3 minutes.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Hey.
Way to be a Roger.
Yeah.
Way to be a Roger, Markway.
Follow me on Instagram at Rachel Kennedy Comedy. And yeah.
That'll be fun. Yeah, that's awesome.
Mark Way.
Yeah, I don't do anything.
You got the open mic tomorrow, though. Mark Way hosts the open mic at the Cellar.
Okay, you're the host.
I do
that's
that?
why.
You do that.
That's why you're not going to give me any time.
Yeah,
Go. No, that's fine.
Oh, no, I definitely will. It's so funny. Wow, I don't want to talk about it, but I'm something of a gatekeeper. So I'm just kidding.
If you got a gate.
Yeah. Somebody's got to keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, gosh, the open mic. And then I feel like there was something. Oh, yeah, we're looking at some stuff, but I can't say anything yet. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Can say something about not saying anything.
Yep.
Got it.
I know. I was like, I can't say that.
Well,
I should have.
something, but nothing.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry about it. It's huge, though.
This Saturday, Barnesville, Ratzo's Pool Hall.
Ratzo's flipping it.
Ratsos.
Call in. Last year we were there was super fun. So call them to get your tickets or just check in. For that, me, Tim Jones, Dave Standel, Josh DeLay will be there. Then the next week I'm hosting all 3 shows at the Cellar for Bo Johnson and Pearl Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
How
fun.
Be there.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, I'll be in Detroit Lakes. Get tickets for that, too, because that one usually sells out at their Max Chapman and Lily Meyer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where is that at? Say that again.
Called, I didn't say it because I couldn't think of the name, but it's the brewery there. Bucks Mill Brewery. Call them for tickets for that. That usually sells out.
Yeah,
that's a super fun one.
Definitely check them out. Max Chapman and Lily Meyer. Very, very funny couple. Love them.
Yeah. So check out all those. Also, just keep listening to us and tell all your friends because we're so funny.
That is true. And we have amazing guests.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks for coming in, Rachel.
Thanks for having me, guys. This was really fun.
Awesome. Okay. Toodaloo.
Aloha.
Adios.